guys, and welcome to my first original tag video. Before I start, I apologise if the lighting's a bit bad. I'm currently having to use a lamp because it's absolutely grey and horrible outside, so hopefully you can still sort of see me and it's bearable for you. Okay, so let's start on the tag. So this book tag we're based around the TV show Family Guy. So I watch a fair amount of sort of adult cartoons, if that makes sense. I really enjoy them and I hadn't seen anything like this on BookTube, so I thought I'd add something myself. Okay, so the first one is Peter, a big old fat book that loves its flashbacks. So for this one I've chosen Middlesex by Jeffrey Eugenides. So whilst this one doesn't directly have sort of flashback elements, essentially 3/4 of the book is in the past and relates to what's happened to the characters sort of prior to their birth and the family history and such. Whilst I enjoyed this book, I did feel as though it was a bit past heavy and that really it wasn't necessary, and that's kind of what I feel sometimes when I'm watching Peter's flashbacks. They can be funny, but sometimes they go on a bit long. So the next question is Lois, so a book with a really strong female character. And for this one I've chosen Not a Drop to Drink by Mindy McGuinness. So you may know what this one's about already. If you don't, it's essentially a dystopian novel, a dystopian YA novel about a situation where the world has run out of water supplies. Water's very scarce, and as you might be able to see on the cover, we've got our main character who has a sort of pond next to her house. That's a very valuable asset for her and something she has to protect and be very strong to protect, and throughout it she is able to sort of protect herself and look after herself without the impact of men to the sort of extent you might see in a normal dystopian. There isn't that aspect of someone running in to save her, and I really enjoy this one. So the next question is Chris, so a book that seems to try quite hard but never seems to quite get what it's aiming for. So for this one I've chosen The Maze Runner by James Dashner. So whilst I enjoy this book, well, I say I enjoy this book, I've read these books very quickly. I read all three of them in a few days because each chapter ends a cliffhanger essentially. Whilst I say that, there was a moment in this book where we have a dramatic event involving one of the characters. If you've read this book, you know what I'm talking about. And it's very similar to an event that happens in the Hunger Games. And in the Hunger Games, I was really upset when I read about that. And I remember thinking, you know, that it wasn't fair. And, you know, I found it relatively powerful. In this, I was still like, oh, what's his name? Like, I just didn't have that connection to it, and I feel as though as the series progresses that's true to a greater extent. I felt The Maze Runner had really good potential, but that as we go on I lose interest. I think they hold back on things too much and it didn't quite get there for me. I felt like it was a brilliant idea for a YA dystopian, but there was something missing. It didn't quite get it. So the next one is Meg, a book that everyone seems to hate, but you're not really sure why. For this one I chose Allegiant by Veronica Roth. I understand this book's pretty controversial and I know that a lot of people really dislike this as a series ender. I can't really go into why people like it or they don't like it because it is spoiler territory, but what I can say is that actually this book finished the series in a way that I felt was satisfying. And I think ultimately that's what matters, as opposed to getting the ending you want, to have an ending which completes the series in its entirety. So I don't understand why people hate on this book so much. I thought it was a good series ender. So the next one is Stewie, an intelligent little book that makes you laugh. So for this one I have chosen Surface Rights by Melissa Hardy. This book I had never heard anyone talk about before. I've never seen anyone else who's read it. On Goodreads it only has 22 reviews, so hardly anyone has even bothered giving it a star. Hardly anyone's ever read it. It's so funny. Please, if you like sort of quirky stories, if you like stories about characters interacting, go and read it. It's really good. Just give it a chance. I want more people to read this. I'd love to have someone else to talk to about this book. I've spoken about it a little bit before, but just to sort of recap, this is a book about a 50-year-old, a woman in her 50s, who goes to her sister's house after her sister's death to sell a house, and as she goes in she realises that maybe she cannot sell this house, and a lot of people from her past are coming in sort of waves, and it's an interaction between her, it's about family and friends, and it's just so good, it's so funny. So yeah, this is my Stewie book. And the last one is Brian, a book that people seem to be a little bit more enthusiastic about its writing than it maybe deserves. So a bit controversial, but it's The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. I don't dislike this book at all. I just, I was expecting more, and maybe it's because I read it when I was quite young. I've reread it since, but it didn't really change that much, but it might have been it affected me differently because I was of that age range. I was sort of 15 or so when I read this. Having said that, I've read Franny and Stewie, which I think is heaps better than A Catcher in the Rye. I think the characters are better developed. I think it's far more interesting a storyline, though arguably a lot less happens. I just think this isn't sort of the height of, you know, coming of age novels and, you know, discomfort with the schooling system and with the system you're in. I just don't think that's true. I don't think that this is a particularly stellar book. It's a good book, but I don't think it's stellar. Okay, so that was the Family Guy book tag. I'm going to tag some people. So I'm going to tag Harriet from Harriet Rosie, Daniela from Daniela Books, and Lainey from Ginger Reads Lainey. I really hope you enjoyed it, and feel free to comment down below if you liked it, if you didn't like it, or if you thought any of my choices were wrong, or what your choices would be. Feel free to interact and we'll have a chat about it. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye bye.